a bit of a controversy. Everybody says that he is I don't know why there's people chanting Abel's name. It has nothing to do with Abel. This is Mr. Z. He's a newcomer here at RWA. Some people, again, saying that he is controversial, saying that he might be a retired wrestler here in RWA by the name of Zubov. I don't see the resemblance. I really don't. Mante off the ropes, shoulder block, and just bounced right off of Mr. Z. Marte, though, in a little bit of trouble. Wants to be known as the superhero who's smooth as butter. Well, you're going to have to be a lot more than just smooth as butter to take down Mr. Z. Look at the physique on Mr. Z. Again, with the squeezing that headlock. And Marte now trying to take advantage of Mr. Z. Off the ropes he goes. Shoulder block. And since Bert has joined me again, yes, I'm going to ask him you know about Mr. Z being a little bit of the controversy here. Daniel K. Abel stating that Mr. Z here is retired superstar Zubov. I don't see it, though. I don't see no resemblance. Do you?
I don't really see it. I mean, Mr. Z does look familiar. And,
screaming like a girl. Poor Marte.
Mante here, the superhero, is
clothesline and a beauty.
Yeah.
What a powerhouse this Mr. Z is.
Mr. Z is a powerhouse, and I do kind of miss having Zubov around here. He and I go back a long time, and I miss having him around the backstage and seeing him in the locker room. But I really don't know too much for Mr. Z. He does look familiar, but don't know, Doc.
Well, I tell you what, he's working that knee now. Now Marte playing some smart wrestling. That's how you get a big man down. You attack the knees. Absolutely. And he is attacking the knees of Mr. Z.
Absolutely right. We saw Mante debut here last month against the Caveman, and he wasn't successful then. But now he's looking to still make his mark here in the RWA.
Exactly. The superhero who weighs as much as 500 sticks of butter in the sky. Is that right?
Yeah, he's flying high over the skies of West Newton. Well, not right now. He's kind of grounded on Mr. Z, but normally you see him flying high over the skies of West Newton with airplanes and birds and things.
And Mr. Z said he's going to address, he says that Zubov will address also because he's friends with Zubov. That's why he came here to pay back Daniel K. Abel for his,
He's definitely avenging the deeds that Daniel K. Abel has done with Zubov.
And right now, delivering those forearms, Marte is, I think he's making Mr. Z more mad than he is anything else. Marte at the second ropes. Off he goes. Catches him.
Wow,
front Russian leg sweep.
Front Russian leg sweep,
1, 2, and no. That looks familiar, didn't it?
It really does. I can't put my finger on it, Doc, but that looks really familiar.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. Is Mr. Z got some similar moves to some wrestlers here in RWA? I just can't picture who.
I mean, some moves are pretty common, and some moves you see other people do them. But
flying on reverse neck breaker. Did you see? Marte's going to have to jump to get to his head. I mean, that's all there is to it. A little bit of a mismatch here, but Marte is sticking in there. I'll give him that.
Sticking in there like butter. I get it.
I was going to go there, but you did.
You know what? It's
like Crisco. Okay.
There you go.
Up and over. Wow, did you walked up the back and just tapped him on the head?
Stomped him on the head there.
Marte's a little frustrated here. He wants this to end.
He does want it to end. He's a little bit more of a pat there, but let's see here. Let's see what we can do. What does Mr. Z have? Come on, Mr. Z's
rolls him almost. I thought he rolled him up there. Clothesline and a beauty. And Marte in trouble. Back elbow. And right now Marte in complete not control, and back body drop, there's some butter that flew. Mr. Z
to
the second rope.
Wow,
did that look familiar to you?
It does. Again, I can't put my finger on it, but
I've seen somebody jump like with their both feet out with the clothesline like that.
Both right on the 2 count.
Wait, what's he calling for?
He's calling for a spear. Now remember when Zubov used to do this move?
He did it. Yeah, he did it. I think Mr. Zito. Oh, wait, Marte caught him. Marte off the ropes. Swings him around, and oh, my goodness. 6-1 butter.
6-1.
I'm helping him out here. Marte off the ropes.
Here we go.
Catches him. He just speared him in midair. 2, Z! Mr. Z!
Mr. Z!
Do your job, Bert.
I got you.
Here is your winner, Mr. Z!
And Mr. Z victorious here and catches Mante in midair. Why are there people shouting DK? I don't get it.
Don't understand either, Doc. Big win for Mr. Z.
I don't know. Does he want the mic or is he just? But again, victorious Mr. Z, and wow, Mante, his ribs are hurt. Mr. Z, the controversial one, asking for the mic. What does Mr. Z have to say?
I came to the RWA on a mission to get revenge for my good friend Zubov and to embarrass Danny Abel. Danny Abel likes to talk about he's a good leader and he wants to be a monarch, but he's lacking one important quality. He lacks courage. He didn't even have the guts to face Mr. Z tonight. He's expecting an apology from me and Zubov and for us to be removed from the RWA forever? Well, I'm going to be here next month, and there's not going to be an apology necessary. Stay tuned.